Happy Tuesday, everybody, and thanks again for being with us here on KXAN News at 4. Now, this morning was the coldest since last winter for much of central Texas, and KXAN's chief meteorologist Nick Bannin is putting that into perspective for this about whether this type of cold is maybe late or early on time. What is it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty late for Austin to wait until today for the first 30s of these colder months, whether that be fall or winter, because sometimes we get this type of cold in the fall. Let me reload that graphic, and you can see our morning low in Austin at Camp Mabry was 34. We did get down to freezing in Georgetown at 32. It was a widespread freeze in the hill country this morning with 20s. And then east of 35, we had more above average or above freezing temperatures, I should say, than below. But we still had a few spots in Milam County get down to freezing. Even San Marcos and Blanco got down to below freezing as well. So more of us got to freezing than did not, but Austin still has yet to see its first freeze of the fall or now winter. So our morning low of 34 degrees in Austin was our first 30s since last February 22nd. Typically, we have our first 30s of the season in Austin around November 13th. So we're more than 2 weeks late as far as the first 30s of the fall into the winter go. And in fact, it was actually one of the latest first 30s on record for these colder months. You can see December 13th of 1998 was actually the latest we've had to wait to see overnight lows in the 30s in Austin. Then December 3rd, on a couple of different occasions, we had our first 30s back in 2009 and 1931. And then December 2nd, today, the fourth latest we've ever had our first 30s of the season. So it was a frigid start for sure, but it was later than normal, much later than normal for our first 30s. When do we typically see our first 20s in Austin? Well, that happens around December 16th. So roughly 2 weeks here from today. We're not seeing any signs of 20s anytime soon, though. All right, what's happening outside now? Blue skies and sunshine helped our temperatures rebound from those 30s and 20s this morning to the 50s here this afternoon. And you can see a mostly clear sky across central Texas now. And even as we widen the view out, there's not a whole lot of cloud cover statewide. But what's going to happen tonight is our wind direction is going to start to come out of the south. That will usher in a lot of low clouds, especially for those of you near and east of 35. In the hill country, you're going to notice a much different sort of weather day here tomorrow. First of all, tonight, mostly clear sky through the night until we get near daybreak, and then some of those low clouds start to rush in near and east of I-35. West of 35, even the western metro, but especially the hill country, will start the day with sunshine. And in fact, there's going to be a big difference between the east and the west. The west sunny most of the day tomorrow. East cloudy most of the day, and the metro is going to be right in the middle, getting a little bit of a blend of both, some sun and a lot of clouds. And in fact, later in the day, some of those clouds may actually start to sneak a little farther to the west. There's going to be a low 10% chance for a sprinkle or some areas of drizzle in that cloud cover during the late afternoon or early evening, but it's a little more likely you see a few of these showers coming late tomorrow night and into Thursday. Those rain chances do rise more on Thursday with a cloudy sky for all of us and scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms possible almost at any time, but not raining all day. There'll likely be some drizzle in the mix too. And even some showers may continue into early Friday before starting to taper off as we get into Friday afternoon. So tonight, mostly clear. Low clouds late, but it's still a cold night, down to 38 in Austin, expecting widespread 30s again, but not a widespread freeze, only a patchy freeze possible in a couple of spots in the hill country, most of us staying above freezing tonight. Sun west, clouds east tomorrow, the metro, a blend of both, and a spotty shower late, but it will be a warmer day. We'll be back in the 60s here tomorrow, and even some 70s in the hill country thanks to the extra sunshine there. Highest rain chances Wednesday night into Thursday, and then into Friday morning, and then we're back to being dry again this weekend into early next week. Does not look like a lot of rain here from late Wednesday through Friday. Quarter inch or less for most of us, but in our eastern counties, a quarter inch to an inch of rainfall. Temperatures are going to go up and down, though. They go up tomorrow, down into the 50s here Thursday, Friday, up into the 70s this weekend, and then a brief dip into the 60s here early next week. By the way, that Thursday high of 52 is going to happen near daybreak. We'll actually drop into the 40s for the afternoon. It's going to be a frigid, breezy Thursday with some rain around into Friday before the sun is back this weekend.